So it's been a while since we've taken a look at what has been coming out of teasers from Ultimate Hunting over the last bit of time. We're gonna do that in this video, and we're gonna start off with this picture right here. It came out in a Facebook post where the caption to it is, "Scopes are important hunting gear, so we ask you, what type of vision would you like to see? What kind of vision would you like to have going on in the game? Are you into maybe hunting with thermals or night vision or any kind of stuff like that? I mean, please, whenever you have anything to add to these kind of videos, add it in the comments down below, because I know the CEO of the devs are actually following very closely and does take a lot of our ideas into consideration. We also got to take a look at one of the shotguns that we're gonna have in game, and what I'm noticing here is that we're gonna have 4 variations at least of this shotgun, and it's gonna be camo in different forms, and there's also gonna be just a regular woodstock one. But stuff like this was actually one of the things that I heard you guys were requesting a lot, that you really wanted to have those as much customizable opportunities when it came to the guns as possible. So this obviously is a cool thing. And we got the same deal going here with one of the ARs that we're also going to be looking at in game. But what other guns would you like to see added to Ultimate Hunting whenever it does come out next year at some point? We also got to take a first look at our reserve warden from the African reserve, which does look like this. We also did get to have another look at the vehicle, and in front of that there is actually what looks to be a Superman flying elk. And that one looks really good. I think that might be the first time we get to see any of these on the screenshots here. We also got a few more of the Ultimate Game Atlas. Here we have the American Badger, North America. So obviously this one is going to be in the California reserve, and then you can see the suggested calibers. And I think this is still just what they hunt them with in real life. And we might have a few of these, or maybe all of them, in the game as well to our disposal to use for this. American Badgers sometimes hunt alongside coyotes. In these short-term alliances, the Badger takes advantage of prey driven underground by the coyote, while the coyote benefits from burrowing prey. And here is some of the concept art behind the Badger as well. And honestly, it looks a lot cuter than I expected it to. So it's especially the one bottom right. I don't know what that just looks like. Give me food in my world. But yeah, I'm sure they're gonna be some mean MOVOs in the game. We also got to have a look at one of the big 5, the African buffalo, and it has 4 skulls, so I'm pretty sure that it's gonna be quite deadly in the game. I'm pretty sure that's what it means, at least. Southern and East Africa, you can see the suggested calibers: 375 H&H, 416, 458. And on the concept art for this, what is really worth noticing here is just pay attention to the horn shapes. If you take bottom right, number 2, and then compare it to any of the other ones, look how big and curly those are. If this is an indication to just how different we can expect this stuff to be, that is gonna be super cool. We also have a American black bear on the Game Atlas now, and here it actually has 4 skulls, which is gonna be the same as the African buffalo. And I'm not quite sure I would agree with that personally, as I would, I think I would much rather be face to face with an American black bear than be standing in front of a Cape buffalo. But if that's going to be an indication of how aggressive they're going to be, or just how deadly they are actually when they attack you, again, honestly, I think the concept art looks really good. A lot of different variations of both the facial expressions and basically just the overall look of the bear itself. So that looks cool. Also have a little bit of a video that was shared on Facebook of them moving. And I don't know why it's always like a tiny little bit blurry in the beginning, but it does shape up at the very end, and you can see it looking really, really good by the end of this. We also got the common Warthog, grassland, savanna, and woodland. Obviously, 7mm, 270, 280, and 30-06. I'd never even heard of a 280 before, but cool if they're considering stuff like this as well. What I really like about this one is especially the concept art, because yeah, we all know we want the dang Warthog to have the tail right up in the sky when it takes off, and it does look like they're working towards that. I'm not sure if they're gonna go with this coloration of them, or if this is just like, yeah, you know, like guidelines for it. But yeah, it definitely does look nice. Again, look to the tusks differences. And a species that I know a lot of the Americans would really love to see in the game as well, the mule deer, and yeah, it is definitely included. The annual cycle of antler growth is initiated and controlled by changes in the length of the day. Antler hardening, shedding, and the breeding period are all mediated by this. And a surprise to me, actually, the helmet Guinea Fowl. And I think it's super cool that they are adding these to the African reserve, obviously, and here suggesting calibers 177, 22, 25, and all types of bird judge. It's definitely going to be something that we're going to be seeing running around, and apparently they can be rather comical and enjoy looking at their reflections. They were first domesticated by ancient Romans and were used as watchdogs because of their alarming cry when disturbing. So maybe we're going to have a lot of noise from these guys as well, but good on them for bringing in a bird on the African reserve at least. And last but not least, the pronghorn. Again, you can definitely see the prongs are very different on several of these, so definitely working towards that as well. I do really like the look of pronghorns, and I know that quite a few of the other YouTubers has, at least from the Call of the Wild community, has some kind of weird love for these guys as well, so seeing these being introduced as well definitely is a good choice from their side of things. And to wrap the last month up, we have a few screenshots to share as well. Well, teasers, and this first one definitely do look like some mule deer drinking, and actually pay attention to them drinking in the water, which is a nice little touch. But with all this shared again, it just keeps piquing my interest, and I cannot tell you guys how much I'm looking forward to actually seeing some gameplay trailer. I keep giving Rafael, the CEO, shit for not having it out yet, and he keeps apologizing. I hope we're gonna have something very, very soon. It's just this kind of not knowing just makes it even worse. I need, exactly as it says here, me waiting for new ultimate hunting content. We need to see it. But what are your thoughts on all this, guys? Is there something that stands out? Some of the animals you're really excited about? Let me know down in the comments down below.